Hey guys, John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here with a review for you on the AT&T HP iPAQ Glisten. Little phone with a lot of names. This is going to run you about 180 bucks on a 2-year contract. It takes a new take on the BlackBerry form factor, the candy bar style, with a keyboard down below and a touchscreen up above. We'll talk about the specs in a minute, but since this is a phone first and foremost, it's got to make decent calls. Call quality was very good on the iPAQ Glisten. The radio that HP put in was able to maintain a very solid signal strength. Call quality on my end sounded great. Call quality on the caller's end sounded very strong as well. They both experienced no white noise. Actually, people couldn't even tell that we were on a cell phone. So it was very, very good, and signal strength was quite strong. Really anywhere I went, I was able to maintain a relatively nice 3G signal. So, talking about other sort of call quality features, speakerphone on this is quite bad, and a little bit of an embarrassment for HP. A little bit of a speaker grill right there, but that's about it. Really low. If you want to use a speakerphone in a car, this is not going to be the phone for you. So let's talk about specs. This thing has a 2.5-inch QVGA screen, the resolution of 320 by 240. It's quad band, of course, so it'll work anywhere in the world. It's tri-band UMTS, so that's your 3G. It also has GPS, Wi-Fi, BNG, Bluetooth 2.0, USB 2.0, and a proximity sensor. All the stuff you'd expect from a modern smartphone. Resolution-wise, and I'll show you, the 320 by 240 screen does not look so hot. It's a little bit tough to look at menu items. You look at the Windows Start menu, you don't get many that you can view. I will say though, as I'm scrolling through here, the resistive touchscreen that HP uses is quite responsive. It works very well without a lot of touch necessary. Scrolls very fluidly. Processor-wise, it's powered by a Qualcomm 533 MHz processor. It's not underpowered, it's not overpowered, it's sort of right in the middle. It's got 512 megabytes of ROM, 200 of which are accessible, and 256 megabytes of RAM, I believe about 140 megabytes of which are accessible. And of course, it's got a micro SD expansion. So I've talked about Windows Mobile 6.5, or Windows Phone as Microsoft is calling it, in the past. And this is sort of your standard build Windows Mobile. HP put nothing unique on this. This is just Windows Mobile in its rawest form. That's not necessarily the worst thing. Sometimes the skins that go on top of this can have a bit of a processor drain. Not so with the iPAQ. It does come with a mammoth 1590 milliamp hour battery, which lasts for days. I was able to use this thing for 2 full days with heavy internet usage, heavy calling, and still have about 20% of the battery done. So if you're a big user, a power user, do not worry about battery life. It's actually one of the strongest that I've used. One of the great things about this phone is the keyboard. It's got a really nice, very big keyboard, as you can see. The keys are raised, and the phone itself is a little bit on the wide side, which is not necessarily the worst thing. If you take a look at it next to, well, an iPhone, you can see that the keys, it's a little bit bigger. And the keys are really nice to type on. It's probably one of the best physical keyboards that I've used in this form factor. There's the ridges, you can see where the keys are, and it just feels nice and smooth. I would have liked the key, or the space bar, to be a little bit bigger, but it was not bad. If you enjoy this form factor, I know as a lot of you do, this is probably one of the best keyboards on the market. Overall, I came away relatively impressed with the phone, which is really not what I expected when I took a look at the specs. Call quality was great, it was very responsive, it worked, the keyboard was fantastic, and for someone like me who uses the internet quite a bit, being able to get through days and days with it was really a nice benefit to have. So if you're in the market for a Windows Mobile or Windows Phone 6.5 device, this one's definitely worth checking out. It brings a lot to the table. If you don't like the standard build of Windows Mobile, you can always throw something on here like SPB Mobile Shell or any other skins that are available. There are a ton to really give it some increased functionality. If you can deal with a little bit of low resolution, but you like the front-facing keyboard, the iPAQ Glisten is going to be a very nice way to go. On a 1 to 5 scale, I give it a very solid 4. If it had a higher resolution screen and maybe a little beefier processor, probably would have come close to that 5 mark for Windows Mobile. I think it's definitely one of the best all-inclusive packages out there. So guys, I'm John Rettinger for Techno Buffalo. For all your exclusive tech needs and to monetize and create your own tech site, be sure to check out technobuffalo.com and check me out at Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.